Popcorn?
Butter.
Nachos?
Cheese.
Root beer with red licorice straw?
Right here.
Welcome to Ready to Start the Podcast, the 47th to 96th most popular animation, video game, other miscellaneous discussion podcast on YouTube.com. Welcome to the Tonight Show. This is the 69th episode. Yeah.
Whoa! Oh, things are gonna get crazy tonight. Oh.
Okay. I'm Ryan Rivety. Who else is here?
Hi, I'm Rosa. Hola, hola, hola. ¿Cómo estás todos?
Who's our other usual?
It's me, Seep. Seep on the left. That's what they call me.
That's great. I'm glad you're leaning to the right side. And who's our guest? Who's our special guest?
Hi, it's me, Torin. I'm from season 1.
Wow.
I mean, you were in season. You appeared once, right?
I've only been here for the Space Chimp special 6 years ago.
Oh my god, that was.
No, that
get
can't be
pushed
true.
to.
Is that true?
6?
I think Torin's been on other things we've done, just not
Yeah.
That weren't
specifically.
podcasts?
Yeah.
I saw it.
on the piss
Oh,
thing.
really? Because the Space Chimps thing, that's nearing like 7 years ago now.
7
Just like crazy.
7 years ago.
I
Yeah.
can't believe it. It's been that long. Time flies.
Well, don't worry. This time we won't be talking about space chimps.
We need. I'm thinking we need to do something like that again. You know, we need another like Space Chimps. That was like episode 2 or something. We never do that.
Space chimps?
Well, I mean, just like who in the world was talking about Space Chimps? I guess it was a slow news week. We usually have stuff to talk about, I guess, because we're an animation and gaming news podcast.
Mm-hmm.
So we usually like to cover relevant topics. But I don't know, Space Chimps wasn't on like there wasn't like a new DVD box set that came out. It wasn't the anniversary or anything.
I looked up space chimps just to, like, make a point about, like, there's probably a YouTuber who's made like a "Do you remember space chimps? What?" type video. I didn't find any of those, but the first results for Space Chimp on YouTube is Space Chimps funny scene.
Well, I mean, that's what you want out of Space Chimps, right? That sort of says it all, right? It did its job. We're still looking for the funny scenes to this day because we just want to go back to them, right?
I thought you were just saying we're still looking for the funny scenes because they haven't found them yet.
No,
Oh, come
I would
on.
never insinuate that. I would never insinuate that there is a lack of wealth of funny scenes in Space Chimps or its sequel that we watched. We also watched.
With the Wii remote.
With the
Yeah.
remote, yes.
Everyone, if you've never seen Space Chimps, either of them, you should watch. You could go watch. But maybe we should do another Space Chimp special. Let's just like nix all the topics we have today.
What?
Let's do another Space. Let's just do another Space
I
Chimp.
haven't watched Space Chimp since 2020. You would say you remember anything besides like the fact Tom Kenny plays one of the voice actors in the sequel?
He did do that. Did he replace like Andy Samberg?
He did.
Yes.
What an interesting decision.
I know.
I'm gonna talk about the news. Talk about the news.
The news.
The news.
The penis.
No, I'm not doing that.
No.
No,
No.
now. Okay, we can't keep doing it.
No.
Is anybody here like driving in their little car?
Maybe.
Do we have like a prop for that or something?
Because
Yes.
the last wave of the Mario Kart 8 DLC. Wait, okay. The Mario Kart 8 Deluxe DLC Booster Course Pass DLC.
No.
Okay.
Mario Kart 8, the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course Pass DLC for the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe game. Did I get that? Did I do it?
I think you did.
Okay.
Yeah, you got it.
Yes, today
We have to get that clear before we start any sort of discussion.
Yes, I want to make no mistakes. We are talking about the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course Pass for the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe video game.
The DLC to be specific.
Yeah.
I want to make sure that's very clear.
Make sure there's no confusion. Yeah, we got...
Not for the Wii U.
Not for the Wii U. No, you can't get this on your Nintendo Wii U, idiot.
Right, it's for the Nintendo Switch family. That's right.
That's right. The Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course Pass DLC for the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe video game is only for the Nintendo Switch.
Well, Nintendo Switch family of systems.
Of course, of course.
Yes.
So yeah, we got the lineup for the last few tracks, and this was mostly expected. This game has been data mined to hell and back, so if you've had your ear out, you probably knew what was coming.
Yeah.
DK Mountain. There was like a bit of a debate about DK Mountain versus Dino Jungle, but I was always team DK Mountain because I like DK Mountain more. That was it. That's the only reason. But
Has that one been in a game since the Wii?
DK Mountain?
Yeah.
Tour.
Well, a real video
A
game.
real video game.
But no.
Okay.
But yeah, it's a pretty solid lineup. Got Rome, got the Rome track, DK Mountain, Daisy Circuit, Piranha Plant Cove, Madrid Drive, Rosalina's Ice World, Bouncer Castle 3, and Wii Rainbow Road. Interestingly, probably the most interesting thing about this lineup is they've done, up till now, they've gone out of their way to do every single tour original track, so like the city tracks or whatever shit they just kind of make up, like for tour, and which it's fine. But they skipped one. We're at the end now, so we're definitely not getting it. They skipped a track called Piranha Plant Pipeline.
Yeah.
And what a loss.
Yeah, I mean,
I mean, it's not missing much. It's already kind of exists, but as a concept.
It's a worse version of a stage that has been in the game for like years. So.
yeah, I need to get a picture of Piranha Plant Pipeline on screen so you can look at it and just go like, oh, okay, well, whatever. It's
a paycheck course.
Yeah. There's been kind of discussion on why it didn't make the cut. I've heard the idea that like they made it and then ported it to 8 and realized, oh, this does not work at all in 8 because it's like a giant circular pipeway the whole time. Maybe they tested it and didn't work, so they replaced it with people pursued Rosalina Ice World. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the one it got replaced by. But I'm gonna be honest. Don't mind losing it because it's a very boring looking track.
Yeah.
Here's an image of it.
I played it. It's very boring.
I looked at footage of it. It looks very boring.
Wow. Yeah. But hey, I was kind of impressed with how a lot of these like turned out just visually and just conceptually,
Yeah, I mean,
Like-
everything here almost looks like it could finally be base game.
Yeah. I was surprised with how Bowser's Castle specifically, how
Right.
like
Yeah.
it's probably like the most inspired like Super Nintendo track we've gotten in a while. Like it looks like it's very much like doing its own thing with the original layout, which is really great to see. That's what you want to see.
I was the most worried about this track, but like now that I can see that, hey, they've done some cool things with it too, and I'm very excited to play on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's justified.
Now I'm seeing the racetrack. I gotta say,
Oh, are you doing like a?
I wasn't sure about Bowser's Castle 3 at first, but I gotta say, seeing it in action, I'm pretty hype.
Oh, should I
Yeah, there you go.
Should I turn Torrent up? I can do that real quick.
Oops. I'm
That-
too crazy.
It's fine now. I've turned you up. You'll be good.
Yay!
I want to just talk real quick about Rosalina's Ice World as a track name. It's kind of it's kind of a thing I've discussed before. Like I've always wondered if they make a Mario Kart track with a character in mind, or they make it and then add a character to it. Rosalina's Ice World is so funny to me. Like, this is her ice world. This is her world of ice she's created, and the track is just kind of an ice track with her like Comet Observatory at the beginning. That's it.
It's just plop there. Sure, they'll think of this. Yeah.
Now it's Rosalina's Ice World.
Now I'm feeling it. So you gotta say that one looks really pretty too. I mean,
Yeah.
you could say what you want about it as a concept, but when I saw it in that trailer, I was, it's so the skybox, it's a good skybox.
Oh,
Good skybox.
I want to say also, now that we know they could have skipped tour tracks the whole time, didn't have to put Sky High Sunday in the game.
Oh, what? You don't want to race on the Fall Guys looking ass stage?
You don't want to drive in a circle in the Fall Guys dimension.
Oh, yeah.
God.
I mean, I get at the beginning it was kind of exciting. I mean, it was new, right? I mean, it was
Yeah.
new,
It debuted in
Yeah.
8, technically.
so that's something.
It's just news, yeah.
That was a track that I think got such a boost from like just being new at the time. I watched so many tier list like videos when that like wave came out, and so many of them put Sky High Sunday in S tier. And now if you like ask most people what they like about if they like it, it's like at the most like it's fine. Like
Yeah,
It's fine.
that's about all I could say about it.
I think now that we have like Squeaky Cling Sprint and the upcoming Product Plant Cove, which looks great too. I think Sky High Sunday has stopped being even remotely impressive.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, because there's no real like story with it. You know, like a lot of Mario Kart stages have that sort of story element. But I feel like it suffered a lot from just kind of being just stuff. You know, just stuff floating around. When you're driving on it. It's like a Garfield kart track.
It's the big appeal
Yeah.
of like Mario Kart 8's like base thing, and that's something I think the booster course pass misses most, even more than like visual fidelity. Is like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, not Deluxe, just Mario Kart 8 the base game really likes building worlds.
Mario Kart 8 game, you're saying?
The Mario Kart 8 game for the Nintendo family of systems, including the Wii U and Nintendo Switch, they really like building worlds within their tracks. Like if you go to like any track they made for that game, there's always a lot of details, like a lot of small world building within the tracks, and those are kind of missing from every booster course pass for the most part. And Sky High Sundays was a good example because you got there's a desserts themed track in the base game. It kind of feels more like a place, right? Like there's I don't know what it's called. It's off me. It's like it's like the candy cake track. It feels like a little world within the Mario universe. Sky High Sunday just feels like you said, a Garfield art track.
Man.
Well, the writers must have been hungry when they were making this track.
What do you think? Real quick, before we move on, what do you think of the 4 characters? Diddy Kong, Funky Kong, Pauline, and I'm gonna try to do a Nintendo YouTube real quick. Peach Ed? What?
Yeah, they're pretty. I like their. I mean, I think a big highlight we get to see the biker outfits for Pauline and Peachette.
Oh, I can't even say it. Oh, I can't even say it.
Rose, what do you think of Peach Ed's biker suit? You have something to say?
She is serving.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. They made Peach Ed serve a little cunt.
Died of good kind.
Wow. Wow.
She like wears his
Yeah,
like boots, like these like high boots.
her big freaking like what do you call it? 2000s pretty glam boots.
Like wearing
I
like
know, it
the
makes me think of like
Daphne's boots from like the
Yes.
Scooby-Doo live action
God.
movies.
that's exactly what I was thinking of. Yeah.
like
for
pretty
me,
cool.
for like me, it's like I've been wanting Diddy Kong and Porky for like ever since the game came out back in like 2014. So after like 10 years, Diddy Kong finally gets in. I'm like, oh, finally, I can finally rest and kick back.
Yeah.
And finally play as Funky Kong instead.
Diddy, Birdo, and Junior were the 3 like most notable missing characters from the original game. So they're all here now, so that's good.
Do you think they
Yeah.
purposely saw Diddy and they're like, we can't do this right now? Like, we gotta hold off.
They were being really, really weird about Diddy Kong during the Wii U.
Right, yeah.
He missed like every Mario spin-off, and it seems like it was just a Wii U thing, because as soon as the Switch era started, it went back to normal. Like Diddy Kong started being in Mario games again. It was just that really weird Wii U era.
You know, Mario might be the mascot, but we know who the heart is.
Diddy?
Yeah. The beating red furry heart.
That's
It's
true.
Nintendo.
I love it's like the line they would say in the Diddy Kong movie. Mario would be like, I might be the mascot Diddy, but you're the heart.
Aw, thanks, guys. And it'll be Eric Bowser Diddy Kong.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh.
the 3 characters they picked for this, I mean, the 4 characters they picked last wave, 3 of them are like the ones that if they didn't pick, it would be shocking. And I think people are mad about Peachette. I get the vibe Peachette is like a bonus they threw in because like you can reuse Peach's rig pretty easily. I feel like it wasn't Peachette or Nabbit or Sergeant Chuck or whatever. It was like Peachette or nobody else. It was like we could just reuse Peach's rig and put her in the game. It'll be easy.
I will say it's kind of funny, like I think the base game for Margaret Egg ends off with like Pink Gold Peach, so it's kind of funny that this DLC ends off with another Peach clone, in a way.
Peach heads have not stopped winning.
True.
So the original like Wii U Mario Kart 8 DLC was so long ago. I don't even like remember that.
God, right.
Pink Gold Peach was like she was like the last character
In the base game.
Base game.
Base
At least
game.
revealed wise, yeah.
Revealed. Oh, okay.
Yeah, they revealed the Mario Kart 8 original game had a direct for launch, and they revealed 2 exciting characters, Baby Rosalina and Pink Gold Peach.
Exciting lineup.
Everyone loves those characters.
What a bold confidence to like give those guys special reveals.
Yeah.
One more question. What do you think of those 17 new Mii costumes they're adding for free?
Oh my gosh. Get that like Mii picture on the screen so everyone could see the new Mii costume.
I need to find it because it's like
They're
raw.
adding new Mii costumes.
Yeah, sure they are.
I've surely mentioned this on the show, but there's something really like I don't know. The Miis in Mario Kart are just like you're just playing as these costume guys, right? You're not even playing as Miis because they didn't want to animate the hair or whatever reason.
Can't take the stupid helmet off.
Yeah, you're just playing as like a helmet guy. That's what it is. You don't even
Off of the helmet.
you barely see their face at all because you're seeing the back of their head.
I don't even like playing as my Mii normally in anything else. So these stupid helmets don't help.
Yeah.
Any final words about Mario Kart? The Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course Pass DLC for the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe game
On the Nintendo family of systems.
on the Nintendo family of systems.
I think that about covers it.
All right, let's move on then. Hey,
What?
anyone here love to play games on their phone?
I have like a little cousin.
Well,
Yeah.
prepare to change your mind. Sonic is coming to phones, baby. It's Sonic.
Oh my gosh! Sonic is coming to
Again.
phones.
Sonic
Again.
Dream Team, baby. He's coming to Apple TV or something. He's coming to Apple devices, Apple Arcade.
Really? I guess that's kind of cool, but like, I don't know. It's just a phone game. I don't really need to.
But it's
pay much attention
it's
to
a platformer where you can play as 6 different characters, including Cream and Rouge the Bat.
Yeah, but it's not like a 3D open world kind of mainline sort of thing.
It pretty much is.
Oh my god!
Whoa.
So yeah, this was just announced. Like I don't know, 2 days ago or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know what day it is now. So this is apparent. This is. I think it's the word is that it was like funded by Apple.
Yeah.
And it's a 3D Sonic game with multiple playable characters, with seemingly pretty like open like adventure style gameplay,
Mm-hmm.
exclusive to Apple devices.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, this is just generally like the first time Cream the Rabbit has been in a mainline game since Sonic Generations. Like about 10 years now, too.
Yeah. And I mean,
Yeah.
playable.
Yeah, playable. Sonic Advance, too.
Yeah, or Heroes.
Oh, yeah.
Whichever came first.
Heroes.
So Sonic
But yeah.
heads. We got some Sonic heads in the call here. What do you guys think of this?
I'm gonna. You know what? Part of me kind of doesn't want to have any opinion on this because I can't even play it. You know,
Yeah.
like just
Like,
like.
I don't
I
have
like-
anything ever really.
I like the new character they have, REM. That's a pretty like
Yeah.
cool design, cool name, like REM sleep. You know, they're like a big sheep. And
Yeah.
sheeps are like, you know, you sleep on sheep or whatever it is with sheep.
I get
There's a
it.
picture of her. Yeah. I don't know. There's a cool like animation that we see like 3 seconds of
Yeah.
that I think Tyson has implied he's involved with.
That guy's
So I mean,
all.
those are all the things you like to hear.
Rosa, do you have an Apple device? Oh, Rosa's muted.
Okay, well,
I
she's
could check.
checked out for this.
I could say my views.
My
in
mom-
game.
My mom has a Mac that I could like meekishly ask for her to play a little baby video game.
Hey, Mom, can I borrow the Mac to play Sonic?
Oh, yeah.
You know-
I really wonder how in depth this game is gonna be. Like, I don't know. They didn't show much of it. I mean, even if it's only a few hours long, I mean it looks like they put a lot into it. It looks pretty darn polished.
Yeah.
Pretty
I
a little
almost,
sour about that.
I almost feel like it'd be more upsetting if this was good, because it'd be like, oh, this is really good Sonic game, and you can only play on Apple Arcade, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Rosa, you're back. Rosa,
Yeah,
do you own an Apple device?
No.
Well,
I gave up.
none of, I think the only one here who could play it is me, and I have like the least interest in playing it.
Oh, maybe you could like stream it and do like we could do like how we played Shadow.
I'm not playing Genshin. But maybe I should.
I could stream it, and you guys can get really mad at me for playing it worse than how you guys would play it.
Yeah.
It's really a shame because, like, it would be wonderful if this game was accessible for, like, more people, but, like, it's only accessible to, like, the Apple audience. And,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, that's a really interesting. I've heard things about it might be a timed exclusive, and I hope it is, because
Yeah.
it's just weird. Like, this is even just like exclusive to like just phones in general. Like, it's not just like a mobile game. This is like exclusive to one type of like device, right?
Yeah, one brand.
Yeah.
yeah.
And it's not even like I don't know, it's a lot to ask someone to like buy an entire Apple device just for this.
Mhm.
I mean, at least for like other console exclusives, like I don't know, people who play video games, you know, could justify buying like I don't know, a PS4 for multiple different reasons.
Right.
But it's kind of harder to be like, I'm gonna buy like a however many dollars iPad just for this. You know,
Hmm.
it's very strange. It's very much seems like a decision that was just like contractually obligated, right? Like,
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think the general thing I've heard is that Apple funded this one.
yeah,
And that's
yeah.
just the main reason it generally even exists.
These things are such double. I mean, the last time, remember when Sega did that exclusivity deal with Nintendo?
We got
And that really-
Sonic
Yeah.
Lost World.
That really paid off for them.
Yeah.
Sega's making. They make. I think we definitely talked about this. Their like process of releasing things is always so. What is it? What's the word?
Abstract.
It's like struggled. It's strained. It's like I don't know. They always seem to have so much trouble like financing their games or whatever. Like there's always some like weird DLC or some kind of exclusivity contract. It's strange.
There's an awesome chart before the game comes out.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
I mean, I guess I wonder if this game will have a chart. You know, it doesn't need a freaking chart.
I hope it does anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, for a fucking mobile game.
You can get the
it better be-
special spinning logo animation if you get the Sonic Super Deluxe pack.
You could get Lego Eggman.
Yeah,
I'm saying there better be a new Zomom tier character in this game. I mean, this game is using Sonic Lost World like enemy models.
I want to say though, those like chart bonuses are always funny because they're just shit. Like I feel like they had in the game already, and they had to make like a bonus thing.
Yeah, that's always what it is.
So it's like, oh, if you get the Super Sonic Deluxe Special Pack for $10 more, you can get access to this dancing Sonic animation, the sound test room.
Yeah, that's literally, you're being literal right there. That's not even like a random hypothetical example. That's what they did for Sonic Origins. That it was literally one of the like digital pre-order bonuses.
You could look at the main menu closer and add animations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, people are saying, you know, Apple Arcade doesn't usually have transactions. I mean, yeah. The game looks good. It looks really polished. It probably looks like the most polished game since Forces. I mean, Forces was pretty polished. We have to give it that, right?
Yeah, I mean, it didn't
give
fall
Sonic
apart.
Forces.
Didn't fall apart at the seams.
It's just that its seams were really bad.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, I think just for me, when I first looked at this, I think the first thing I thought of when looking at the gameplay footage of this was fucking Sonic Speed Simulator on Roblox, because it kind of has that vibe of being a mobile game.
I mean, it does. It definitely is like that, like not quite like HD,
Yeah,
but it's still like high fidelity. I get it exactly.
like it's just here's a game where you can just run around in and hit things, and it's like, I wonder if that's the vibe I'm gonna get from this.
Yeah. I mean, I wonder. I mean, yeah. Let's cross our fingers that this is just completely unremarkable, and everyone who plays it says we're not missing out. I guess.
Let me ask you a question.
Okay.
I think you would have an opinion on this. What do you think of the renders for this game?
Oh yeah. There's been kind of a little bit of discussion. They're pretty decent. They look swell. They look like they're not from the year 2007, which I think is pretty. That's not something you can always say with Sonic the Hedgehog.
They're
renders.
I did see like a side by side of like the render they use every time they have Cream the Rabbit in this new one. I was like, oh no, these old ones do look that bad, don't they?
Yeah. I mean, you could still say they still carry a lot of the same design flaws that people like. There's no muzzle curve, you know. Did you notice that, Ryan? They didn't put a muzzle curve on Sonic's muzzle where his eyes connect with his muzzle. There's no muzzle curve. Did you notice that?
I need my mom to come pick me up.
But yeah, I mean, they look pretty decent.
Yeah, I mean, they're not like. I look both ways. I check to make sure it's okay. They're not like modern Mario render level of like high quality, but like they're better than what we're used to from the series, which is it's a sign in the right direction. They're willing to touch these models.
They're listening.
I mean, I also like the render of like the new character is really nice. So
yeah, the new character render looks great. Yes. It's always just like kind of the older characters that have weirder renders because they're using those. You know what it probably is? It's probably the older characters probably have weirder renders because they're using those old ass models, and for new characters they can make new ass models.
Yeah, pretty much. Yep.
All right. Any more thoughts on Sonic Dream Team?
Yeah, why the name?
Someone at Sega was playing their 3DS and went, Mario and Luigi shit rules.
No, it's because Eggman takes control of the new like dream machine, and everyone goes inside their dreamland.
In the PAL regions, it's going to be called Dream Team Bros.
All right.
It's such a funny one. That is such a funny name, but also gotta say, I feel like someone pointed out there's a game called Dream, Sonic Dream.
Sonic Dreams collection. Oh, let's move on.
The creator of Tattletale. I had a really funny joke. I need to hold on. Everyone, wait a second. I had a really good joke. Oh
What? You
no!
want us to vamp on our instruments?
No.
Okay.
That was a joke. I almost made a Tommy tweet about this game.
What?
And
Whoa! Really?
But I didn't because I thought it was like lame, and people have probably made this joke. It was gonna be a picture of this game in Mario Luigi Dream Team, and it was just gonna be like, really, Sega, really,
Please make that.
right now.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
You call Tommy over to do it.
All right, Tom. I'll call Tommy over to do it real quick. Why?
Or you could like copy and paste your his tweet about the Wii U and the Sony. Don't do that. You know what I'm talking about? The Sony Wii U.
Sony Wii U.
Yeah, Tommy tweeted about that.
Oh, and he had the Japanese word for shame or whatever.
Yeah.
Hold on. I lost. Can I put this in? Okay, we're talking about the Daffy Duck and Porky movie next. I forgot to put the image in.
Oh,
How can you
okay.
forget
Let's just
them?
wait for a
They're like
second.
the world's greatest gay couple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're the
Yeah,
world's greatest gay couple.
Yeah.
Tatsugawi.
Looney Tunes. The day the Earth blew up. It's not called Looney Tunes Bubble Brains anymore or whatever.
Yeah, this movie's had a
Thank
strange
God.
timeline.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
Can I say I'm so glad we avoided that name? That would have been like the level of like when Mitchell's vs. the Machines was briefly called Connected.
Connected.
I think
Yeah.
that sucks ass. The day the Earth blew up is just objectively a better, like more
It's a
compelling
perfect-
name. Yeah,
That's a perfect Looney Tunes like type name.
but yeah, we got confirmation recently, and this was actually genuinely surprising. This movie's coming to theaters.
Wait,
Yeah.
hold on. Okay, let's get like a full timeline. What is this movie? When was it announced? Why is it coming to theaters? What's happening?
I don't even know where to start. When was this
Yeah.
movie announced? It was like 3 or 4 years ago now.
Yeah, I think
feel
it was like 2021 probably.
it was announced. Yeah, a while back. It was supposed to go to Max, as it is
Yes.
now.
Yes.
And then all that shit happened with
What happened?
Warner Bros.
David
happened,
Zaslav.
and everything was collapsing. And for some reason, he didn't want this movie on Max. Like, this was just too much. This was just
Yeah.
they didn't want it on there. It would have.
Strange.
I don't know. The whole situation is strange because there were so many things they were just really weird. It's like this wasn't even a write-off because they didn't get rid of it. They just didn't want it on there. Like,
Yeah. I think his whole thing was like he wanted to keep movies in theaters and all the streaming stuff like would either get pushed to theaters or a different service. That's what happened with Blue Beetle, actually. That was going to be just on HBO Max. And then
okay,
they released it like theatrically. So I guess that even applied to the Looney Tunes movie.
yeah.
Like, I guess it would have devalued the service or devalued their theater industry or something.
Very strange, honestly.
Yeah.
And then it was briefly in that time period after, because we were also told it's not done for, it's just moving places. And in that time, we also learned they changed the name to like, what was it, Bubble Brains or whatever?
Bubble Brains, which sounds like a
God.
SpongeBob episode.
What it just an awful fucking name, just terrible, like genuinely
Yeah, you
terrible name.
You would see that on a streaming service, Looney Tunes Bubble Brains, and you would think it was like a 5-minute like thing. You'd be like, "Oh, that's cute," and you just wouldn't watch it.
That's the name of a movie you're embarrassed to see.
Yeah.
Actually-
If it's a movie that would embarrass you to like ask for it at the box office at the movie theater, then it's a bad title.
Looney Tunes Bubble Brains is like one step removed from the Ooga Loves as a name.
The Oogie Loves Big Balloon Adventure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he loves Big Balloon Adventure. Yeah. And then finally, just like around this week, we got official confirmation. The movie is once again most important. This is the most important thing, bigger than the other thing. The movie is once again called The Day the Earth Blew Up. Thank God, much better name.
Perfect title.
And it is coming to theaters. This is going to be, and this is weird to think about. There's two things with this. This is the first Looney Tunes movie in theaters that's solely 2D animated. There's going to be no live action to it. There's going to be a Wile E. Coyote movie coming out that is going to be partially live action, but this is going to be the first Looney Tunes movie that is solely animation, which is interesting. And and one more thing, I found interesting. Maybe nobody else will. It's going to be the first Looney Tunes movie where they're not actors within universe, right? Like the other Looney Tunes movies acknowledge them as guys who were like in shorts, like, and they know they're in shorts. This is the
Right.
first,
It was always like about the meta of like recognizing who they are in pop culture to some extent.
And this
But
won't
this
be.
is this is the first time it's just like a genuine, like, what if there was a Looney Tunes movie? The end.
Yeah.
And it's also it's the last. It's gonna be like the last thing out of like the Looney Tunes cartoons
Right.
brand from Pete Browngardt recently, and those were always about like just being really authentic. So yeah.
I think if you told him to make that team make a Space Jam thing, they'd be like, "Shut up."
Yeah. So yeah.
It's really honestly exciting that there's gonna be something of worth from Looney Tunes coming to theaters. I feel like Looney Tunes is a mixed track record to theaters. Both the Space Jams are bad movies. Don't act like one is better than the other. They're both bad. Action is lovingly flawed. That's how I tend to describe it. It's not. It's a movie with a lot of problems, but I could see the heart is there. But I think the idea of getting a Daffy Porky team-up movie going to be fully 2D animated in the theaters, like that, I don't know. That's an exciting thing.
Yeah.
Right.
That's so authentic. It's so interesting.
It's beautiful. We're back, baby.
It's enough to make a grown man cry.
I hope they go to the Matrix planet again. Okay.
Oh yeah.
I hope that gets the green.
Wow, your grandma's so badass.
We have to go to the Wonka dimension.
There should be like a reversal of the normal like Looney Tunes movie thing, where they have to employ a single live action character to help them, who's just filmed over all the cartoons.
Dude, like Willem Dafoe in.
They just ask,
Oh my
"Hey
God.
Chase," like something happens in the show, and then someone's like, "Hey Chase, what do you think about this?" And it's just a live action Chase from Sparkle and Raven.
Okay. I'm sad to the 3 people who will get that joke. No, I'm really excited for this. I didn't always super love every single last short they did for that recent things, but they're all very high quality. They're probably the Looney Tunes thing of the most worth in like 10 years. Looney Tunes, it's a brand. I hate to call it a brand. It's just so dirty to call it brand.
But, you know, yeah.
It is a franchise that gets tossed around a lot. I think it doesn't get treated particularly well sometimes.
Yeah, it's treated more as an asset than like respect for what it is. So yeah, I mean they've only showed one like bit of animation from this, from what I know. Like a few years ago, unfinished animation, but it did look like, even then, that was before it was going to theaters, it looked like even then they were putting a lot of like money into this. Like it was really high quality animation. So it seems like, I guess they just deemed that it was just high quality enough to like put in a theatrical audience.
Just to rail here, because we got about 8 chat messages that we saw. Don't worry, they go by Scout now. The person Rosa mentioned, she goes by Scout now.
On the Sparkle and Raven.
Yeah.
Oh, I
There you
didn't
go.
know.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't know that. I'm sorry.
Okay, now go on, see.
Scout.
Yeah, I mean, it looks good. I mean, I think the Porky and Daffy shorts, I actually I've watched almost all of those Looney Tunes cartoons. I still haven't seen the last few, but I think the Porky and Daffy ones are definitely my favorite. I mean,
Yeah.
I think I just like Daffy. He's just a really fun character. This was a really good duo to choose.
It's interesting they're not going with a Bugs movie theaters too, which is interesting.
Yeah, because they even made a Bugs movie that they're not releasing still.
Yeah.
Don't know.
Yes.
Yeah, don't know.
iPhone money.
Don't know what's happening with that one.
Yeah. But I mean, I think it's kind of cool to see kind of like they're not obscure, but they're definitely like they're not your first picks for a Looney Tunes movie necessarily.
Mhm.
Like your people are usually going to pick Bugs over them, so I'm glad that they're, prioritizing Daffy and Porky as a legitimate comedic duo. I think they're good.
I think my maybe hot take about Looney Tunes is I don't think Looney Tunes. I mean, it's fun to see like a bunch of them, but I don't think it works as well when there's like a bunch of them, right? Like Looney Tunes works best when like you kind of pick the very specific characters you're gonna work with like in a domain and have fun with those characters. When it's like, okay, we gotta get all the tunes on the team, they kind of maybe lose their characters. Like there's nothing
They
particularly.
become tokenized.
Yeah,
Some of them just lose their effect in the end because they don't get focused on a bit.
it's like
what?
how many specifically Yosemite Sam jokes are there in like the two Space Jam movies, for example? Like he's not
Right.
a character in those. Like he is. Predator 2 Back in Action, I think, is probably the best at like using a bunch of characters so they kind of spread out. Like, oh, this is the part of the movie with Yosemite. We get a bunch of Yosemite jokes. This is the part with Marvin. We get a bunch of Marvin stuff. This is the part with Elmer. We get a bunch of Elmer stuff. I think that movie did the best at it. But like, I think stuff like Space Jam, where it's like, okay, everyone's here. Sylvester's here. He's not gonna make any real Sylvester type jokes, but he's here. Look at him.
Now, Ryan, I think you're forgetting when Yosemite Sam was in the Casablanca world.
Of course, he was in the Casablanca world. How could I forget?
That was a very valuable and tactful use of his character, I'd say.
Remember when you're in the Austin Powers world, and then they're like, Sylvester, that's you. And Sylvester's like,
Sylvester, is that you? Suffering succotash.
Bad movie.
What a terrible piece of work.
I'm praising the hell out of this new one, so I can say I think this one, the Space Jam 2, sucks ass no matter how much I want.
Yeah.
That's good.
I wonder. I hope this one is good. I mean, it looks like there's a lot of passion in it. Looks like there's a lot of money being put into it. But Looney Tunes are not necessarily made for like long format stories, so it's going to be an interesting sort of experiment. I wonder what general audiences will even think of this.
I think the best comparison I can make for what I think this will probably be like is like will probably be a lot like the 2D parts of the second SpongeBob movie, where it's just kind of a gag fest, and they get into like weird situations one after another. And I think as long as the gags and stuff are creative and fun, it'll be perfectly fine and great for me. I could definitely see general audiences being confused, like, where's the drama? Something like that.
Right.
But to me,
Where's Big Chungus?
to me, like when I see like a Looney Tunes thing, I want to just be like weird and strange and fun the whole time. I don't really need like a super deep narrative. This is gonna be a comedy where you're gonna have a little giggle. That's not to say like they shouldn't try anything deeper or whatever, but like that's what they're good at. And if as long as there's not a lot of we don't get a lot of pure comedies in theaters anymore. So I think this just being like funny the whole time. That I'm down for that, honestly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who could forget seeing in Space Jam 2 where Bugs Bunny dies for 5 minutes?
We need an emotional climax, Doc. I'm dying.
And then like LeBron looks to Scout and asks, "Hey Scout, what do you think about this?" And Scout like, "Hi."
Now everyone post your reactions when they're about to go into space to fight the aliens. Porky and Daffy. Porky and Daffy are about to fight the aliens. And then Marvin comes in and he's like, "Don't you think you're in need of a little upgrade?" and then he pushes the 3D ray, right? He fires the 3D ray at them. And then they go like, "Whoa!"
Wowie, zowie.
They turn into CGI and they go into outer space.
Looking good, Porker.
Right back at you, Doc.
Ain't no valley low. This movie's gonna be the best Looney Tunes movie in theaters. I'm gonna say it right now. I think the competition is not steep at all, but I'm confident in this.
Me too.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Technically kind of half news, but it's something we haven't really talked about a ton on here. But and there's
Really?
some news came out about it that I think made it worth talking about because Rosa suggested it. They released the intro to the Scott Pilgrim anime, and we haven't really talked about like the footage for this show. We've talked about like it existing before, but not like the footage they've released. So I thought this would be a good time now to do that. Rosa, do you want to kind of lead the charge here?
Hell yeah! So they recently released an intro to the Scott Pilgrim anime.
You were trying so hard not to say Scott the Wise. I respect that, but
Unintentionally. Well, yeah, it looks very nice, and I love that the song for the intro is a Necrotaki song, and an unreleased one at that. And I'm a huge fan of Necrotaki.
are they like a band or something?
Yeah, they're a band. From what I read, this is mostly the music they've done that's being implemented, but overall, I love their music. It's really great. Some of their songs have appeared in some animes.
Nice, nice. What do you think of what they've shown so far for this anime?
It looks really great. It's a very like it's like a wonderful adaptation of that style with how clean, how colorful it looks, and like put fucking bongo down, and then it's just fun to see how they reinterpret a lot of like the events of the series. Now they have like a whole like anime instead of like a movie to handle it. See how they go by the months. See what they change.
Yeah. The movie's good. I feel like whenever I say something's good, it sounds like you hate it, right? Like, oh, it's good. No, but the movie, yeah, good movie. But I think, this is a discussion that's been had
When
before.
I say something good, it sounds like I like it. I don't know what your problem is.
Maybe I just suck. But like, it's a common talking point with the movie that like some of the nuance of the original story got lost a bit because like they had to speed through it a bit because it's a movie. The original source material is a comic book, so it goes on much longer. It gets more in detail. I know at one point the movie was supposed to end with him getting together with Nice, and that would have been like that's like such a like I think maybe there were some people on the team missed the point kind of thing, despite everything. But I'm excited for this. Everything we've seen animation wise is great. Obviously, the colors are great. Everyone moves really cool. I've seen some like discussion of the voice acting and it sounding a bit off. I'm weirdly endeared to that. I think and because this is an anime, and you get a lot of like the usual suspects. You watch anime dubs,
The criminals.
no, that's a problem. Like doing the jobs.
No,
like,
I know. I get what you're saying. It's like its own industry, so you get a lot of overlap.
You hear a lot of the same guys doing, admittedly, sometimes similar voices. So anytime there's like an anime project that doesn't feature maybe kind of usual suspects, like I like watching Ghibli dubs a lot, for example. 'Cause we're also going to see Phil Hartman in an anime movie, and that's
Right.
That's pretty cool. And you get, where you else you get Tress McNeil, voice of so many iconic grandmas. I kind of feel the same about this. It's cool just seeing kind of like actors like this in an anime setting. A lot of them are doing like I don't know. It's neat to see these kind of performances.
Yeah.
It's very interesting to watch because like you get them having to work with a different voice direction. I think in the Ghibli movie, a lot of it is like that voice direction that makes it stand out. Because like, imagine like while you're watching like a dub for like a Ghibli movie, and like, oh, that's the voice of Bojack, and like he sounds like completely different, like how he would. Yeah, like none of the, but like a different kind of cadence to it. It's very interesting with how they direct the Ghibli dubs, and I wish they would like think of that more.
I'm gonna say also about this. I forget every time we talk about, anytime anyone talks about this, that it's not coming to Adult Swim. My mind is like, oh, this is going to Adult Swim. This is an Adult Swim product. But it's on fucking Netflix, and that feels weird to me. Doesn't this feel like something that would air on Adult Swim? Am I weird for thinking that?
I think Scott Pilgrim has aired on Adult Swim.
Yeah, it has.
One of
that original short they did, like the first movie aired on Adult Swim.
Yeah. No, I get what you mean though. I agree.
It's because I don't watch anything on Netflix anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, Netflix has never had a really good brand, I feel, for their original stuff. It seemed I feel like their thing has always been they just throw money at random directions.
Hmm.
And sometimes we get something really good out of it. And other times we get crap.
You want to list some examples of crap to get people mad at you? You want to tear someone
Okay,
down? Tear someone down.
man, there are examples. I honestly can't think of any. I can't think of any.
Well,
I can
man-
think of some things that are like I'm not really that into this, but it's like all right. like the Odd Ones Out cartoon. I mean, it's not really
What?
what it's. I'm saying it's like
Don't
fine.
Like the odds one. Ooh, and then I get like Sam from Looney Tunes red angry. I fill up with my red. And I go, ooh, I'm mad.
I call it like a weird funny
you
alley.
don't like
Ooh,
it?
the Marmaduke movie.
Oh my
Perfect
god.
example. Perfect example.
God.
And then I
That Marmaduke movie.
become Chris Pratt. I'm like, what?
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 Now I know that sounds bad.
Kill you.
Yeah, I know you love the like Marmaduke exploded and
Oh,
excretes
I'm
green
sorry,
gas
literally,
movie.
I hate
literally was just about to talk about that fucking scene where he gets like, you know what? I looked up Marmaduke, and in the images, first 3 rows is a YouTube video uploaded by Netflix called "Marmaduke blows up the dog show." Thumbnail: Marmaduke farting another dog's face.
Ryan, we're gonna need to see that on screen right now.
Oh my god. Okay.
Do we have to?
They have to, the audience.
Alright. Have fun.
I think maybe. Do you think sometimes like some cartoon writers are a little too confident, like their fart jokes? Like kids like see shit like this and laugh still.
I think they do still laugh. I think it's just kind of lazy, right? Like,
Yeah, it's just lazy potty humor.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's the most like it's a very easy basic thing. It's literally I could just go like and make a kid laugh just doing that.
The thing is,
You know.
it's all about the timing and when you need to, in the proper context.
Yeah,
like,
you can do a good
yeah.
fart joke.
I
I
think
just,
it works
yeah.
best when you don't know where it's coming from, you know? It
Adventure-
just kind of comes out of nowhere. And it's like,
Adventure Time has like 5 good fart jokes in it, so I mean, like it's possible.
Yeah, because they never focus on like the disgusting.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
the more you would like emphasize, like, oh, it's green and disgusting and ooh, stinky. It's usually just like an embarrassing thing. Like, what's the one? Like, they're like in that place, and then Jake like farts and like reverbs constantly, and then trying to like be quiet.
one of my favorites is when Finn's trying to pick up like the big ruby for Marceline to eat, and he just like accidentally like farts a little bit, and he goes like, "Whoops," and it just cuts.
The more you emphasize like how disgusting they are, like no, that's the worst it can get, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Marmaduke, that's an
Right
awful
there.
thumbnail.
yeah.
God, that movie looks awful.
Anyway, what were we?
Scott Pilgrim.
Okay, Rosa, what? Anything else you want to say about Scott Pilgrim? When's it come out? Isn't Invincible out today? Didn't that show just come out today? I'm sorry, Rosa, continue.
I forgot when it comes out, but I am looking forward to it. I'm gonna watch it, and I'm gonna see everyone look at Scott, and I hope everyone looks at Scott Pilgrim and go, "Wow, he's just like me for real." If
You
you
hope that
watch it,
happens.
if you watch Scott Pilgrim, you better come out saying, "Wow, he's just like me for real."
Yeah, here's the thing about Scott Pilgrim. You're supposed to like relate to him. Okay, that's kind of the
Right.
point. You're supposed to see yourself in him.
He's sort of someone who you want to be like. You're supposed to imitate what he does. I'd say. So,
That's the point of the movie.
that's the whole point of the entire franchise.
Why did Elmer Fudd start saying that?
Because
I
he's
like
there.
Scott the was.
I like Scott the Wise. It's
Scott
a
the
very funny
Wise.
webcomic.
Hi
Why?
guys, Scott here.
Why? Why is he talking about Scott the Waz now?
Because he's everyman Elmer, right? So he's just like, oh, I've been watching Scott the Wise on my iPad, lounging on my day off.
He's so funny.
I don't know. What do you think about this, Scout?
Love this bit.
I love that
This
scene so
bit
much.
with no like response that requires like very specific knowledge that like no one. There's nothing to play off of here. We don't have Scout audio. I'm sorry, Rosa.
Elmer Fudd being like, I'm about to upload my Velma rant to my YouTube.
Those woke Moas won't see it coming.
I don't
Busy farting now.
Oh, you squooey wabbit, ruining my gaming let's play. I stole that from chat. That's a pretty good idea. Let's get like a
That's a
modernized.
good one.
Let's get a super modern yet super authentic like Looney Tunes adaptation. Let's just like crank up like the Let's Plays and the iPad videos.
Oh, you squooey weapon! I was trying to hit a quip.
Where's the Elmer plush video where he smashes some plushes to get at the park?
What?
Oh, I'm gonna go on your super swim today, and then you dunk your Elmer Fudd plush into the pool, and then you like bring your underwater camera that your mom bought you to the pool. And you like record your Elmer Fudd plush under the water,
Yeah.
and then you keep cutting like other Looney Tunes characters getting into the pool, like Kaz like and then Marvin's like, I'm scared to get into the water, and then you make your plush like slip, and he goes, whoa, and then you do a big shot of him like flailing around underwater because he slipped, and then Bugs is like, yeah, Doc, ooh, tell you what a perfect thing to cool off, and then you do like a long shot of all the plushies like floating in the water.
Guys, I'm sorry. We just can't
Oh,
cut
perfect.
down to below 3 hours. We don't know what to do. We've tried everything.
It just happens.
It was good though. You liked it.
That's
Yeah.
good. That's decent.
Rose, any final thoughts on Scott Pilgrim?
We already asked her that. She gave her
Double check.
piece. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
I'm looking forward to it. It's always good to get some nice new adult-oriented animation. Yeah. We're not in the baby zone anymore.
No
Yeah.
more babies. No kids allowed.
No dumb babies.
Fry.
Hey.
Nah.
You guys, are you guys scared?
I just
Oh,
felt
no.
a chill in the ocean air.
Har, 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 har. Har, 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 har.
Oh my God.
ready for Freddy? Oh my god, it's Birdie!
Birdie from Freddy's. It's time to talk about the FNAF movie. I didn't see it.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Me neither.
What?
That's right. It's up to you two to talk about it. Are you ready, Rose and Seep?
Yes.
Why is
All
that
right.
to us?
So I watched the FNAF movie with my brother.
How old's your brother? Older or younger?
Younger.
Okay.
But yeah, so I saw it with my brother, my younger brother.
Did you
Okay.
see Freddy?
Yeah, we saw Freddy. I gotta say, not really scary, but it's very, very cute.
Yeah, I'd say I'm a big fan of like scary movies, but not like super scary. I love horror movies with like good like little creatures and like practical effects.
Me
Well,
too.
So I think this was a pretty honestly, I think it's a pretty decent like kids horror movie, which I'm sure like there are people disappointed by that, but I think that's like I don't know, that's kind of what you're gonna get, right?
Hold on, wait. Can you do maybe Bluey Ohio in the Freddy Fazbear voice?
The Freddy Fazbear voice.
What does he sound like? Like, okay,
I just had kind of like, I'm like, are you ready for me? Like, that's all I can
okay,
imagine.
all right, here we go.
Flying Banjo.
Let me do it.
Banjo!
I got a deep
Okay.
voice. I'll do it.
Alright,
Okay.
you can do it.
Okay.
Maybe Bluey Ohio, Ozer Fart, Puppino, Chungus Fungus, Jumbo Josh, Skibbity Toilet, and Ghetto Smosh.
This is like some sort of Zavik voice.
It's Freddy.
Good boy, Hedgehog. You won't
I-
part.
Now I watched this near, actually it was the opening day, with my neighbor's son who's 13.
You like
which
it?
I think, yeah, he loved it. Which I think that was a good company to watch it with, you know. But yeah, I mean it's a very fun movie. It's a movie that I think it seems like they had fun with it.
It's a movie that knows it's a Mickey Mouse franchise.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. And it's not even like super unserious. It's just very like, I don't know, it just kind of has fun with itself. I was surprised there were like some very like creative kills, I feel, for its rating. I was expecting a lot of like, you know, oh, Freddy's running towards them, and then they scream and it cuts to black. But there's one really good moment. I don't know how much I should spoil.
I
mean,
don't care.
yeah,
Neither.
it's fine. Yeah, you can
It's a
watch the
FNAF
movie. The movie's like, it went on Peacock immediately. It's the easiest thing to pirate.
Yeah.
There's a part where, like Freddy like drags this lady in his mouth. And I was like, oh, that's like a creepy Freddy moment. And then in silhouette, it shows him biting her body in half, and her like legs fall to the ground. I was like, dang, it like kind of freaked me a little bit. It wasn't like super excessive, but it was just very like, I don't know. That was like an interesting. It kind of shocked me. It shocked me a little bit, and they had like a whole like practical like fake legs thing for it too.
Okay.
Okay.
The sound design gets a lot of mileage too. Yeah, I mean, I've never thought that you need to be super gratuitous in this kind of movie. Even the games, a lot of it is just in the sound design and I guess looming threat more than anything.
Mhm.
I was a little surprised. I think they really like play up how cute the animatronics are.
Oh, absolutely. It was
Yeah.
so adorable.
I was surprised by that, but I was kind of like fine with it, because I mean, going into this, it was like they based the so this movie has the Jim Henson like animatronics and like
Yeah.
puppets and stuff, and so those are based pretty much directly on like the Scott Cawthon models, and that kind of, I mean, Ryan, you've talked about this, like that kind of makes it hard to take seriously,
Yeah.
just because those have been around for so long and just been so like, they've been parodied to death.
I've seen that model like work and like Gangnam Style and shit.
Right, yeah. So you do get a lot of like stuff in this movie where they're just doing like cute, funny things, which I think is like, you know, that's kind of that's something I'd expect, right? It just feels right. Yeah, it's a funny Muppets creature movie. I think, if you're someone who, if you think you can get a lot out of something like that, I mean, I think this is a fun time. It's very much like a fan appeal kind of movie too.
Yeah.
Pat's in it.
Yes,
Great.
his scene was so funny. His scene is so like, it's not even like subtle. He literally says like, "Oh, it's just a theory."
Oh,
It's
also,
just ridiculous.
welcome to the YouTube membership angler. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But go on.
Yeah. I mean, it's been pretty publicized or talked about, I'd say. This movie hasn't gotten like glowing critical praise.
You think the critics deserve to die and they're all lying and they were paid to?
No. It's totally like, I actually had a lot of fun with it, but I can totally like get that. It's very like campy, right? It's kind of it's hard to take seriously if you just don't care at all about
Right.
Five Nights at Freddy's.
That's kind of was kind of my thought. I saw a lot of people
Yeah.
like, and I was expecting just to be like teens, which I was always gonna expect. But like, there was like adults getting mad that like 30-year-olds weren't into this. It's like, okay, like you can't get mad at like the 30-year-old guy who watches like movies, doesn't play Five Nights at Freddy's and read the Wikia and knows all the fandom jokes and insider stuff, to like watch this and be like, I don't get it. This isn't for me. Why is this like the baby horror movie? They were never gonna like it. It's not a biasy thing. They don't want Freddy dead. They just were never gonna like it, and that's the truth.
And if this movie, it's Blumhouse. They make movies really cheap, and they like sign sequels immediately. So it's not in any trouble. It's not being threatened by the critiques. You got to be fine.
Rotten Tomatoes discourse is funny because when a movie gets a good score, it's like, yes, I knew it. It was good the whole time. Then when it gets a bad score,
Right.
it's like, you listen to the audience, the movie for fans. Critics are just not gonna get it.
This
Right.
is for the fans.
Exactly.
It's for the fans. The critics are just not gonna get this one.
Yeah. You just got to kind of take it with, I don't know, with stride. Sort of understand what it is. And you can still enjoy it regardless of that, and it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could like a movie even though critics think it's bad. Possible. I'm sure the critics who think this movie's bad don't care that you like it. It's fine.
Yeah.
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 You can like
Ryan-
a bad movie. It's fine.
Ryan, I think you will be pleased to know.
Yeah.
None of the animatronics talk ever in the movie at all.
Okay, good. Because I've made that clear that I don't like when they talk in the games. I think it's lame.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, you
I
don't
think-
want them here to go har har har?
No, that's fine. They can go hard, but when like they start going, I was there. I am your eternal nightmare. I'm like, shut up.
Okay.
Fuck
Okay.
you.
Yeah.
Shut the hell up. I don't care.
Uh-huh.
Stop talking.
No, there's none of that. They do have like the ghosts talk, but I think that's fine. That's like kind of creepy, They don't like talk through the animatronics is the thing.
Okay.
They just talk as like, I don't know, in dreams. There's a whole like thing with like dreams in this. The main character literally has a book that says Dream Theory, which is the famous theory that the first 3 games are like a child's nightmares, which quickly got retconned, allegedly.
Because, are you telling me, hold on, I take a few steps back. Are you telling me Scott Cawthon might not be a great writer and make shit up?
Whoa.
I'm not alleging that. I'm just saying there was a possible reference to the theory. I gotta get this lawyer character on the screen.
Oh, no.
I think maybe one critique people might have is the acting. There were some like so-so actors, but I mean, in a movie like this, it's kind of funny. Like, I don't know. This is the kind of like campy kind of movie where it's like, if someone's bad at acting, you just kind of laugh at it and then wait till you see the Jim Henson Muppets again.
That's me.
But there was this one lawyer character who's just like, he looks like a cartoon frog. And he just has these huge eyes the whole time. I'm not kidding.
Say about someone.
No, I need to find a good picture of this. I'm not even saying he's like ugly. They dress him up. They tighten up his collar like so much that it like bunches up his face, and his shoulders are always like scrunched up. His whole thing is he's like, I don't know how much I need to get into like the plot, but basically, there's like this naggy mean woman character who wants to steal Mike Schmidt's little sister and take custody of her. And he's kind of like, he's her lawyer, and he's kind of like, she's got the big mouth, and he's just kind of like scared to speak up over her.
Okay.
Dang, there's like no good high res. Where's like all the Peacock screenshots? Okay, here's the best resolution image I could get.
Thanks. I can't wait to
Thank
put this normal white guy on screen.
If you watch the movie, you know the guy. Here's him with his eyes all big. He was great. I think he was my favorite actor.
That's
Favorite acted character in the movie.
series of unfortunate events character actor.
Yeah, he's basically got the face of like my client is going to jail perpetually. Yeah, I mean the aunt is such a cheap children's movie character. Someone described. Yeah, I mean yeah, and she dies. It's funny. I think it's funny. It's kind of a funny movie.
I gotta be honest though. There's a reason I didn't see it. Kind of a controversial thing. Something that gets
Really?
debated within the community. I didn't see it because it's saving money for Wonka. Wonka really needs it. It's kind of projected to have a low score. The Chocolate Cartel is spreading lies about this movie's opening performance. we need to counter that. I can't let the Chocolate Cartel win.
God.
We all need to save some money. You don't have to get any popcorn or drinks. Just make sure you save your money to go check out Wonka when it comes to theaters. Don't let the Chocolate Cartel spread these lies. All sit down. I'm sure this movie makes Wonka $1 billion together.
Yeah. Thank you for speaking your truth.
Thank you.
In spite of it all. Oh yeah, Matthew Lillard was in this.
Cutting out a ton? Great.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Ah, crud.
Is it cutting on your guys' end, or is it just my mic?
I can hear
You're
you.
fine to me.
Oh my god. What was I just about to talk about? What did I
So-
just mention?
That cut out when I was doing my bit.
I don't even remember what you said.
I was talking about the Chocolate Cartel.
Oh yeah,
billion
no, that was
dollars.
pretty good.
Anyway, go on. Talk about Freddy.
What did I just mention?
The mean
Do you
aunt
know?
character.
No. Oh, Matthew Lillard. He was great in this movie. He's really. I think the climax is like. It did feel like.
Hi.
It was like.
Hi.
Oh, Rosa, you're back. Rosa, what did you think of the climax of the Five Nights at Freddy's movie? With
And,
Spring Bonnie.
I mean, I guess that was expected, but like it's kind of unexciting how it just locked into him because I feel like it's something that would be more gruesome, and it's always been depicted. But like, I'm really sad it isn't as like tormenting as it should look.
Yeah, I won't lie. I did see the clip of that scene, and I was like, "Oh, this is one of the few areas I think this being a baby ass movie is really gonna lessen the impact of like this like horrific thing that's supposed to be happening."
Yeah.
Yeah. I think like my main gripe was that it just didn't last a long time. Like he kind of shows up at the end, and he's like revealed as the bad guy. And then he tries to chase the main character around in the little pizza room. And then he dies. I think there needed to be like an extra. It really seemed like they kind of just ran out of like time or money or something, and they kind of had to like speed things up. Because it did kind of call for like an extended sequence. I actually liked Matthew Lillard's performance. It was very over the top and
Okay.
like kind of hammy, but I mean, in this movie, I think it worked. Like I think it was really fun. It looked like he was just kind of having fun with it.
Mhm.
And I would have liked to see more of that. Like I get the restraint, but I think just like the stakes needed to be a bit more like.
Yeah, I
The
think
sequence of him like chasing Mike around, like trying to chase Abby before she can like make the drawing that like freeze the spell or whatever.
Trying to say that, Rosa?
I guess I want to say it's like it really did feel like unsure like how it should be a FNAF movie at times too, because it feels kind of disjointed. It's like trying to fight so many kinds of identity, and it needed just to stick to like child friendly, but at the same time, it feels like it couldn't do much in that.
Mm-hmm.
and like it needed to like represent like a whole legacy when it's being the first movie based on the first game, which like was mostly about like what was untold that was more fascinating.
Yeah, that was always going to be, I think, the hard struggle for the adaptation. Again, I haven't seen the movie, so I can't give a full opinion. But like, part of the allure, I think, of FNAF early on, at least, with the series, they got.
Yeah.
It's like it was just kind of like that unknown aspect, like the mystery and the kind of mystique, and like just kind of like the kind of dank vibes of the restaurant you're in. And I think sometimes stuff like that can be hard to adapt to like a story, like an actual
Right.
like 3-act
Yeah.
structured movie story. And I haven't seen it, so I can't give a full opinion on like how it was executed. But I can imagine like some of like the vibes of Game One, which is mostly based off of, aren't there.
Right. Yeah. It's not super. Like the first game was very understated and very like. I know you could have had a whole movie of a guy looking at like cameras, and then like something slightly different happens, and it's like spooky. But it has really evolved into this whole other franchise. So yeah. I do think, I wonder.
Mario Wonder.
No.
Up and at 'em.
Onward and upward.
Careful.
I wonder how the future movies how much we'll see of the William Afton in his zombie bunny suit. Because I think they're definitely gonna try to prop him up.
Oh,
It's like a slasher icon.
they're not gonna skip out on him. Like, it doesn't matter what movie the second one's adapted, he'll be there somehow.
Right, yeah. So I wonder, I would like to see a bit more of him. I mean, now that by the end of this movie, he's kind of been unveiled as like the bad guy. So it's kind of, I guess it's kind of hard to not have him be the main threat.
Scott
Well, you know,
Cawthon can't
yeah.
even resist putting this fucking guy in everything Gameby makes. It's gonna be in all these fucking movies. Doesn't
Yeah.
matter what's happening, he'll be there somehow.
Right.
Yeah, he could be like a jerky, but he'll still be there.
What?
He's
You know,
a jerky.
yeah.
A jerky? Oh, I get you. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, hope to see more of Matthew Lillard. I mean, he's already been signed on for the contract, so we will see more of him. Yeah.
Gonna adapt to. I can't wait for the characters. to stop
Man,
talking and
I seriously wonder, like, how that's what they definitely could.
oh, audience members, me. That one's gonna be rated PG. That one will be PG-13.
Definitely.
That's gonna be like Stuart Little 3 Call of the Wild. It's gonna be like an animated movie too.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Make sure you all have your Freddy 3D glasses on, and turn your cell phones off.
Don't forget to wave your Freddy wand.
They're gonna sell like diapers and baby products based off like that movie because it's gonna
Like
be
in the theater before instead of selling popcorn buckets, they have like sippy cups.
yeah.
It's like diaper
Oh my
bag.
god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Freddy
game's
toys.
that game's like a rated E game. Like Mario Wonder, like 10 plus compared to it. And that's a baby
Uh-huh.
game.
Yeah.
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 So mean. Can you imagine if I actually saw this movie? I'd probably be worse. Talk about like every minor thing I didn't like, and everyone like would stop
Oh.
watching because I was mean to Freddy Fazbear.
Oh. Well, you got me, people. I thought it was fine. It was fun. It's fun. I have fun with these kind of movies. Yeah.
Whatever.
Whatever.
If you like practical effects animatronic creature movies that are campy and goofy,
And cute.
you know, and cute. It's very cute. Go check it out. Have some fun with it. Bring your kids. Your kids can watch it. I bet I could see like a 10-year-old with supervision enjoying this movie.
Okay. Rosa, do you want to give your closing thoughts?
I say this was. I wouldn't say it's a fantastic movie, but if you think the animatronics are cute, you're gonna enjoy that.
Okay. Right. Hey, Torin.
Yeah.
Like bad game design?
Yes.
That's my favorite Kong. What about Donkey Kong 64?
Yes, I do like Donkey Kong 64. Thank you very much.
You want to tell us about your Donkey Kong 64 escapade?
Yes, I will. I will say things about Donkey Kong and his 64 adventures. Oh yeah, for the game I've been playing this past like 2 weeks is a little game called
Oh my
Donkey Kong
God.
64. Specifically, a ROM hack of it called Donkey Kong 64 Randomizer. Where I mean, if you've played a randomizer before, I think you should get the gist of it. I am so shuffled in so many different places. And if you know, Donkey Kong 64, there's like a billion different things you can collect in this game.
Yeah.
So
I
anything
know it.
can be shuffled, such as golden bananas, banana coins, boss keys, blueprints, Kongs, and even the moves for Kongs. They could be anywhere. So there's like a little dirt pile inside Cranky's shop, or in one of DJ64's evil bonus games like Beaver Father. those
Oh,
those bonus
no.
games are fucking evil.
Yeah. Beaver
Who-
Fodder.
Who were they on making that game? Like, I know why that game's like that. They made all their platformers like we need to keep making them bigger, and then Donkey Kong 64 was like the climax of that. It's an evil.
Right.
Yeah,
They're British.
they're British. That's all I guess
I mean,
all I need to
true.
say.
There's some fucked up looking creatures in this game because there's a rabbit in like fungi forest.
Oh,
looks
he's gross.
Oh
He's
god.
gross.
It looks like a Conquer character. I could imagine his limbs being like in several places.
He's like a fucking like. There's so many characters like I could describe as Banter Kazooie rejects because there's this vulture and there's this camel that's or llama. Sorry, wrong animal. It's a llama. A llama temple.
Ah, Jimmy, just bought Donkey Llama 6. You can play as Llama, the Llama. Critics say it's not very.
Have you heard about the llama rap? It's pretty funny.
No way, Carl. It's not as good as the Ultra Lord rap.
Ultra
plus
Lord
twos?
rap.
The Ultra Lord rap. We have Tiny Lord, Chunky
Tiny
Lord,
Lord.
Lanky
Okay.
Lord. Oh, do you like that?
No.
But Diddy Lord.
You're
Those bozos are gonna bow down to me soon because I am Diddy Lord.
Fuck you watching
a
like
literal
DK.
plot in the episode.
what?
The Diddy Lord.
Well, he gets like power. What?
Yeah.
He becomes evil.
And Donkey Kong's like dead? Question mark.
Yeah, Donkey Kong's dead.
Is it the It's a Wonderful Life?
Yes, that one.
Okay. I actually have not seen that one. I've only seen the freaking Eddie musical.
What?
I
Right.
mean, to be fair, that's like the highest point of it.
Uh,
Especially and then before that too, with Donkey like saying singing a ballad about how existence is painful.
Yeah, he sings. Be better off. I wasn't around.
Man.
What about Donkey Kong 64? Tell me more about that.
Oh, and this
It's a
ROM
fucked
hack,
up game.
yeah, it's the divisive game. In this ROM hack, you can play as Crusher, who is like a 100% reward in the vanilla game. You can play as him in this game, and it's pretty cool. And you get to imagine him as going, but Columb, I wanted to play Among Us with you. Because you'll get to hear Among Us in this game.
Among
Is
Us?
that true?
Yes.
I like how you hear. Rosa heard Among Us like the bag of treats shaking.
When-
Among Us.
Oh, speaking of Among Us, I got some Among Us news.
What?
Sure.
But like when you're done turn, when it's my turn.
Oh, okay. I'll just say my wrapping thoughts. The Daigo 64 randomizer is like the ultimate test if you've ever, for any DK64 player that is at least 100% this game, at least once in the past. Because if you forget anything in this game, you're going to be lost for hours, just like the vanilla experience. And I think that's all I gotta say. Thank you for letting me speak.
Yeah. All right, check it out, everyone. If you like nailing metal into your skin.
Nah, it's gonna be a fun experience. Trust me.
Hagrid.
Trust me.
Hagrid.
Oh, Rocco, you gotta play this randomizer with me.
Oh,
Rocco, you better not be playing Donkey Kong 64 randomizer with my wife.
oh dear. Oh my god. Oh, Mrs. Bighead. We can't be playing this game together.
Oh, jeez, Rocco.
What's the matter, Rocco? Don't you want to play a little Donkey Kong 64 with me?
I just wouldn't want Mr. Bighead to find out.
Are you
Oh,
two
I'm sure.
playing Donkey Kong 64 randomizer together?
Yes, yeah. Hope you don't mind.
Oh crap.
Crap!
Oh,
Bollocks.
bother.
Oh, bollocks. He wouldn't say that.
Can you imagine Rocco was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
A great
Now that
Newgrounds
would be
joke.
modern.
Yeah, great fucking Newgrounds joke.
Yeah.
Made. Like, oh, what if Rocco said fuck?
Yeah.
Then Filbert walks in and he goes, oh, geez, Rocco, I'm playing Donkey Kong 64 with Miss Big Head.
No, he wouldn't do that. He wouldn't come in there and say that. He
Why not?
wouldn't.
And
I'm
then
sorry.
the chameleons be like, Rocco, are you playing Donkey Kong 64? They sound like, I don't know.
Okay. Does Heifer come in? You can't
Yeah,
tee up
no,
a bit that
no,
you don't even
Heifer-
know how to complete.
And then Heifer comes in too. Yeah, he comes in. He's like,
What does he sound like?
oh, jeez, Rocco, you're gonna.
No.
No. Heifer comes in and asks, "Well, Rocco, are you cooking Mr. Bighead?"
You can't cook Mr. Big Head, Rocco. He's gonna. You. This is
Eh.
gonna be the worst day ever.
I'm not feeling this one. I don't know what it is.
What? You
sorry.
don't like the Donkey Kong 64 cucking Miss Big Head Rocco modern life joke? For the
I
Mario
think we've
Kart 8
done-
Deluxe Booster Course Pass with the Mario Kart
Under
shit.
Nintendo
I
Switch
think we've
family
mined its
systems.
potential. I think we've mined all
Oh
potential.
no! But what if then another character from another show comes in, like Miss Wakeman comes? She's like, XJ9, are you seeing this?
Oh, I hope you're not playing the Donkey Kong 64 randomizer.
Altona,
XJ9.
Altona Precure fans have two jokes: cucking and divorce.
Sure.
What?
SpongeBob, grab my graham crackers. They're cucking again.
No. What's the next topic? Please.
Does
Don't
Goof,
worry about it.
does Goof want to play DK64 with Pete's wife?
Wait, what? Don't we? Wait, is that it? Do we have no show left?
No, we do.
Okay.
No, but like, imagine though, like Goofy's like, gosh,
Okay.
Pete, it's sure nice of you to let me play Donkey Kong 64 with your wife.
Good gosh.
What? You don't
No.
like it?
I like it.
Don't.
And then she's
You know, I actually don't.
and then she sings Piggy Bluey, Ohio.
No, she doesn't.
All
Unless
right.
we get
Louis,
$10 in the bill.
Ohio.
No. They have to pay us for that.
Oh,
That
yeah,
much.
sure. Yeah,
Hey.
pay me $10 to do more of that.
Hey, Rosa, do you like ants?
Like, I think there's something, but like, I'm not crazy about them.
Okay, but do you like Hunter x Hunter?
Hunter X Hunter.
Is that what it's
Is it
called?
just Hunter x Hunter?
Yeah, is that when you've been critiqued on that before? It's just Hunter x Hunter?
Hunter X Hunter sounds cooler.
Eh.
All right.
Okay,
Hey, you've been watching it though. Tell me what you think.
I
Yeah.
saw the entirety of the Hunter X Hunter anime, and I gotta say, it's a really fun time. I really enjoy what I've seen. It was very interesting as a shonen anime. I'm very fascinated by the fact that like like our main character Gon, he's a very lovable little squirt. Him and that hunter exam, surviving, hanging out with his friends Killua, Kurapika, and Leorio at the hunter exams while everyone's dying. Yeah, there's a lot of them that's just like they're so casual about. It's funny to me. They're like casual about some deaths, and then they're like, oh no. Well, yeah, it's a very fascinating one because like I never felt like I always felt like Gon was always at odds. Him and his friends. There's like no Goku around to make sure. Like, don't worry, guys. If it's too tough, I'm here to take him out.
There's no Goku.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I love fall.
I
To
love
me,
I
it's
love
not fall.
I love this chat comment. It's pronounced Bernstein X Bears.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Get on, Patrick.
Go on, Rosa.
But there's just a lot to talk about with the many different arcs, the events, and like just seeing Gon grow as a person, as a character, in strength and in experience. It's very fascinating, like looking in this world, because like being a hunter is such like the idea of being a hunter is like cool. It's like wow, you get to be a hunter. I mean, you could be whoever you could do whatever you want as long as you pursue that career. And then there's like reality, like oh yeah, that's true, but you're going to die easily if you're not prepared. And it's very fascinating seeing what Gon and Kill have to train through just so they could like barely survive an event or just to achieve something like punching a guy in the face.
Wow.
Just a lot of big arcs going. It's so much to explain. I really am like flabbergasted, like where to begin.
Uh,
But for sure, I definitely love the characters. I love the different arcs that make this series such an iconic icon. For sure, it's very different from Yu Yu Hakusho. I love the build up intention in the York City arc, where Gon in one place, Gon and his friends are trying to find a game called Greed Island so they can locate his dad.
Eat Island.
Yeah, Greed Island.
Sorry.
Yeah, so like one of Gong's biggest goal was finding his dad and understanding why his dad wanted to be a hunter. So while he's on that journey, he goes through different trials and like trying to find his dad. And one of them was trying to get to Greed Island so he could figure out where his dad is. Now he has to go to an auction, but he doesn't have the money. Before this, him and his friend Killua were like one large ass tournament arc. So like you know that one chapter in Paper Mario Thousand Year Door where you have to like fight through like a wrestling federation to get to the top?
Yes.
It's like that. It's like I feel like someone on that dev team was inspired by Hunter x Hunter York City arc, or no, Battle Tower arc, where Gon and Killua has to keep fighting different opponents to train and to get money. Oh my god, this just a lot of good arcs, but yeah, the York City arc is like one of my favorites for the fact that like it's so tense because like one end they're Gon and his friends having like a silly little adventure, like trying to figure out how to get money, while like his friend Kurapika is like so tense. It's like trying to look for the people that killed his tribe, his village, and it's like
Rare.
it's
Huh?
like so tense because like it's just like at any moment it's like oh my god, are they gonna kill him the moment they see him? Because like there are these groups called the Spiders, and they're as dangerous as hell, and yet they're kind of like the funniest looking group ever because like I remember you were peeping wallpapers when you saw one of the members there.
Okay.
What?
Yeah. You gotta concise this a bit. Yeah,
You're right. I don't know how to. It's so much going on. I don't know. I guess ask me a question about it, and then I'll probably give like a more concise answer if you ask me a question.
Yeah, who would you recommend it to?
Would I like it? Make it about me.
I don't know, Steve. How do you feel about shonen?
I've watched one. Well, Mob Psycho is one.
It's not really much of a shonen in that kind of sense.
I mean, it's technically like a boy, you know.
That's true.
That's all it takes.
I don't know. Is it?
Not even a boy. You just said technically a boy.
I mean, yeah. It's like I don't know. That's like a is there's like there's like boy characters people like. I don't know.
That is true. Hunter x Hunter is very yaoi heavy,
yeah.
but I think it is the most shonen ever. But I think it's a very fun
Really?
shonen. I think you, if you enjoy like tension, I think Hunter x Hunter is like one of the
Tension.
better ones because it's a lot of tension. Because like Gon is never
Oh.
like on par with like the villains or antagonists of an arc. He's like trying to catch up, and the most he can catch of it is like barely making an inch, just making a fraction, and it's very interesting, like how they succeed at hard to figure out like their adversaries.
Mhm.
Like Gon wins most fights, but like he leaves it like with a few bruises and scars and like missing an arm. Don't worry, he gets one back.
That's good.
And his relationship with like everyone he meets along the way, it's like wonderful. Especially his friend, his like relationship with like Killua, like those two peas in the pods. Those two will never
Die.
never like those two always have each other back, always looking out for each other, always like
And we ain't gonna take no slack.
We've
always got each other's backs.
yeah,
to thank the folks who worked
yeah, it's like
on this animation.
such a wonderful like tender like dynamic
Oh.
is to have,
Sweet.
especially with all the friends they reunite with.
Uh-huh.
That one clown Hisoka, fucking dangerous as hell. Someone call the cops on him, but I don't think the cops can kill him. Someone call someone.
Anyone, who you gonna call?
I finished the Chimera Ant arc too, and that is such a harrowing arc because like at any moment you're kind of wondering who's gonna die and what are they gonna die at, and like how worse the damage can be. And that's such an emotional arc. It's an anime with a lot going on, but I'd say it's like it has amazing characters, amazing settings, interesting power system that like gets slowly introduced with each arc. It's like I guess it's like learning the power system, seeing the power system like get explained. It's like seeing them explain like the Kamehameha 3 arcs in.
Yeah. Any final thoughts on it?
Right, do you even know what that meant? Do you even understand?
No,
don't.
it's hard.
I don't. But I gotta keep the show moving too.
Yeah, I don't know how to concise this, put this into a blog. I gotta say, like, Hunter x Hunter is an amazing time. You'll feel different after you end of it. Absolutely. The Chimera Ant art makes you feel like the Donkey Kong Country minecart. Yeah.
Right. Whoa. Okay. I mean, that puts it in terms.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's a fun and
Fascinating.
wild ride that you're gonna love from beginning to end. And I think if you're gonna read it, I say just like understand that like it's probably already done. What am I saying?
Uh-huh.
All right. Now, I originally didn't have something I watched or played this. I didn't have anything, but I changed my mind. I did watch something this. Do you want to know what I watched this week?
What did you watch, Ryan?
Did you know? Do you want to know what I watched this week?
I guess I do want to know.
I
What did you
watched
watch?
Bugs Life.
We all did.
Little bugs with the hair. You just at the entire Discord group that you run so that they can hear you.
Everybody's here when I got some Bugs Life. Let's start with
Okay.
this. You know that flea John Ratzenberger character?
Yeah.
That's the worst guy in any movie ever.
Ever?
Ever.
Really?
Worse than like wow, I guess you're right. I can't think of any.
He does nothing but cause fucking problems for everyone. Just he's the one who's the dick about the circus, and then later in the movie when they're building the bird, fucking stupid ass, he comes in the middle of it like, I'm looking at my circus bugs, where are they? And then he like makes everyone like do the lie reveal flick scene, and they're like, flick have to now. Then they
Quagmire, you have
Quagmire.
to leave.
You have to leave.
leave. Now. Lois will be. I heard you talking about Bugs Life down the hallway and had to tune in.
Oh my
Lou.
god.
Oh my god.
Okay, but like, and then later in the movie, after they tie him up, throw him into the pen, he escapes,
God.
and then they're all doing the plan where like they're pretending the bird's killing everyone, right? And it doesn't.
Yeah.
And then his stupid ass like burns the bird with little baby girls inside of it, and he's like, "I'm a hero, yeah," but it actually just makes everything worse because the grasshoppers realize it's not a real bird.
I don't remember him being that bad.
All
This
he
guy sounds like bad news.
all he does is cause fucking problems.
Well,
I hate
Oh.
him.
he's, he... Okay.
What do you guys think of Hopper?
Where's my food?
Where's
My
my
food.
Food.
Do you think he's like sexy? Do
No.
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 you think somebody else might find him sexy?
Ryan, are you imprinting?
No, I don't give it. No, I'm not attracted to Hopper the bug. I would tell you
The
if I
frog?
was. I said the bug. Listen with
You
the
don't say the
frog.
bug.
listen with the ears. I said
This-
bug. Gosh, I'm not
Bug
attracted to him.
character.
Do you think somebody like watched Bugs Life in theaters? Like Hopper came on screen. Her hair, like we're patting their lip a bit, and like what? Hopper? Oh my god! Oh my god!
Who put you up to this, Lou?
No.
I can see Lou.
Wait,
Ryan, we
Lou?
live in the same
Lou,
place.
what are you doing over there? Come over here, Lou.
You mean?
No. So you thought the bug cricket character was sexy?
I didn't
Okay.
say I think he's sexy. I think somebody
Oh,
else might
okay.
think he's sexy.
Hypothetically, perhaps if someone else
just
was
making
watching
up
this
someone
exact
up.
same movie.
No, I'm trying to ask a hypothetical. Can you not believe there's some little girl out there?
Sure.
I'm talking about
Why
little-
not?
Like, no, it's like the same discussion we had about the Koopa Paratroopa Blue Shell character in the Mario movie. Like how,
Blue Shell.
like a some little DeviantArt girl's gonna see that character and draw 100 pictures of him. That happened with Hopper too.
Okay. I'll call.
You think,
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
you think anyone feels that way about his brother?
No.
His like dumb
What,
brother
his-
character. He's like, oh jeez,
I-
hello.
I actually do.
Yeah.
You like the part where he goes, circus, the circus, I love the circus. You like that part where he says that?
No.
I have not seen this movie since I was like 10.
What's wrong with you?
I didn't attend the specific watch party where
We
you all had so
watched-
much fun.
We've watched Bugs Life like 3 times in the past year in our general friend group. You just haven't showed up for any of them.
Well, what am I to do? Well,
We only watched 2 movies in our general friend group. Bugs Life and Sing 2.
Now hold on.
Yeah,
Wow, I'm really missing out, aren't I?
Sing 2 is a good movie.
of course. That's the second part of the conversation. Hey, can we ask a question real quick?
Okay.
You know the big rhino beetle Dim?
I guess.
He's the big one.
Yes.
What is he supposed to be? It's like all the bugs are kind of like analogs to human, right? They're all very humanist. They like do human things. They're just humans as bugs. But, like, what is Dim? He's like all he does the whole movie is laugh. He just goes and like the spider lady like trains him around like he's a dog. Like, what is he supposed to be?
I think he's supposed to be a dog.
I don't know, but he's like a person though too. Like he can think on his, he can speak.
I can sing.
That's not what I said. He didn't do that.
What were they on? Like, what? Who thought of that? What maniac thought of, like, let's have, like, a bug circus movie?
Randy Newman.
They let him write his own movie.
I don't think
After he-
okay, no. Chad's like, I don't know who this is. You all know who this is. Hold on.
No, Ryan, they don't. They actually don't. No one watches Bugs Life. No one watches Bugs Life annually.
Gonna put Dim on screen.
Let's start a poll right now. Have you watched Bugs Life in the last 5 years?
No, I'm gonna put Dim on.
You're not gonna get any engagement from this. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna put Dim on screen, and you're all gonna.
Okay, I'm sure they've like seen him.
No, you're all gonna know him immediately. It's Dim. You like him?
You can't keep making me get angry at you.
Like, it's Dim.
You need to start acting right.
Why do you sound like you need to start acting right?
Quagmire, you have to leave.
You have to go now. Lois doesn't like Bugs Life. She hates him. Okay,
Oh my
look,
God.
chat loves Dim. They love Dim. I just saw one chat message that says I love him, so that means they all do.
I see one, all caps. I don't know who that is.
You know who Dim is. If you know, there's no way. You're lying.
I was considering watching Bugs Life a couple weeks ago, but I didn't actually do it. That's probably as good as you're gonna get, Ryan. Can we actually start a poll like right now? I'm dead
Hey,
serious.
all right, fine. You know what? Whatever. Make a fool out of me. Make a monkey out of me.
You finally made a monkey.
He finally made a monkey.
Yes, you
Alright.
finally made. What is that low-res image of the Bugs Life birds?
You just noticed?
You.
So far, 82%. Oh,
Oh, ooh, the gap is closing.
I don't believe that.
Uh-oh.
Come on, guys. Guys, come on. No, you've seen Bugs Life. You love Dim.
No, we don't.
You love the moth woman with a slur for her name.
Oh my
No, we
God.
don't.
Come on, guys.
I mean, why?
It's
Ryan, like I said before, I think you're imprinting.
Let's break down why it's so important that people enjoy this. Please, Ryan. What happened in your childhood?
What is this question?
Jeez.
I just was talking about Bugs Life, and then you try to fucking Rick and Morty therapy woman character me. Trying to okay, Rick, let's talk about how you got this.
Oh, you got me. I gotta bite the bullet on that one. That is what I was doing. I was being the Pickle Rick therapist there. I'm sorry.
The Pickle Rick therapist?
Yes.
Oh, therapist.
The Pickle Rick therapist. That's what she is.
Yes. Oh my God.
Things aren't looking good for me, by the way. 21 votes. Almost
I
all of
mean-
them, no.
Not almost all of them. You've got like 33%. That's like okay.
I'm glad you
That's
can. I'm glad you're being nice to me now.
Yeah, I mean, that's more than like 3 people in here,
I mean,
right?
Yeah,
I've seen Bug's Life in the past
you,
5
you,
years.
you, you were there when we
I know.
watched it.
Is that not enough?
That almost doesn't count. I wonder how many of the people who voted yes are the people who watched it with you.
Lou's one of them, and so is Rosa. So I mean,
I just
Yeah.
voted right now.
guys,
Yeah.
come on. You know, when you have the time, pull up Kiss Cartoon, type in Bug's Life. You're gonna have a great time. You got Flick and the gang. He builds all
Are
his
you-
devices. They order the poo-poo platter.
The
Who
poo-poo
ordered the
platter.
poo-poo platter?
Oh, famous comedy. That's a famous comedy moment.
Every might feel like the poo-poo blast.
Poo-poo blast.
Yeah,
What's
yeah,
that?
from like
What is that?
it's okay. It's a clip from Rocco from Mega 64. He's like playing an app that says, "Gotta get that poo-poo blast."
I thought you were just gonna do like freaking AVGN, like get ready for the poo-poo blast. And then he like poo-poo blasts all over Bug's Life with like the PS1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Kim Cartoon, you hack.
Yeah. Anyway, Bug's Life was all right.
I've never seen it.
You've
Why not?
never seen it?
Nope.
Wow.
Have you seen Hunter x Hunter?
No.
You should watch it.
Maybe.
Why should we watch it? Can you tell me
Yeah.
like a little bit about it, I guess?
She just did. She just did. More dim images, please. All right, whatever.
Yeah, put that freak on screen.
Let's move on to community questions.
This podcast is a dim image.
You're so mean to me.
What is this image?
This is from Angler, one of our latest community members. Thank you again for that. Thoughts on the apparent re-recording of old Mario voice clips in the latest Wario game? Did you all see this? In the Mario
Yeah.
64 DS micro game in the new WarioWare, he got his new Mario and Wario. We learned officially that it's the same guy. They got him to
Uh-huh.
record new voice clips of the ones Charles said. So they're like, it's him saying things, imitating noises Charles once made. And it was honestly, actually, maybe this is funny to say, that was kind of the moment it set in for me. Like, oh,
Yeah.
Charles is like gone. Like,
Yeah.
this is the guy for like probably the rest of my life
Yeah.
now. If they went out of their way to like not even reuse a voice clip for Charles, like, I mean, that's like telling that like this guy is like that's gonna be the voice we hear like in everything going forward. When like Mario Tennis Jumping Stars comes out and Switch 2, like he'll be there instead of reuse Charles clip, which
Yeah.
is weird to think about.
Like
It
on
is
one
weird.
hand, I like that there's new voice clips, but on the other hand, it's like, man, Charles is gone.
Yeah.
Mario versus Donkey Kong is gonna be the last time you hear Charles, probably, because
Yeah.
they use his in that.
Wow.
It's,
Yeah. I guess my thoughts is I don't really get it. Like, why do they do it? Is it just for consistency? But like consistency with what? Like just
He-
the other recent game that just came out?
They had to play royalties to Charles. Maybe that's why.
Ooh,
Hmm.
maybe.
That's
I don't know.
because Kevin was always gonna be there anyway because he's recording for Wario.
I would just think it would be weird if they had like Charles Martinet himself re-record those lines. Like they exist. That's the Super Mario 64 archived audio. They've used it a ton,
Yeah,
So yeah. It seems weird.
yeah.
it's like I where this. It's like they're just fully preparing like the transition. Like maybe this was an intentional thing they did to be like hey, this is the guy now. Like be ready for this. Like maybe that's a funny thing to say about like a voice
Yeah.
clip in a WarioWare game, but that's how it feels to be like, hey, this is like your full confirmation. This is the guy now. Like this is gonna be the guy.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
It's just gonna get some time to get used to.
Yeah.
It's like we're being thrust right into this. I was expecting a few more reused voice clips games where like
Me
you're
too.
gonna, but you hear Luigi's Mario Kart 8 voice clips from 2014 again.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
hear like Mario's like GBA Luigi in like another
Oh my
scene.
god.
Luigi.
Luigi.
I've been hearing
Yeah.
I've been hearing Charles Martinet like Luigi voice clip where he goes whoa ho 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 from Mario Kart 8 for like 10 years now.
Yeah.
On that note, I guess kind of to spin off this, what do you all think of the Wario voice? Or hear? Have you heard it? Have you listened to it? Any Wario from the new game?
It's
Just too little.
still it's a bit of getting used to. You're kind of I'm
Go
kind
ahead.
of just very used to the cadence and just how natural it is for Martinet to speak in the Wario voice because it's essentially also like his voice too. So now it's gonna be weird to see how well we're gonna be seeing how Ken and Afghani will be like evolving his Wario voice because it's just him. It's gonna be him doing a Wario voice that's like not part of his natural voice. So
I think
Right.
the point to be made that even more than Mario, like Wario was the Charles character a lot of way. Like that was the character he really like got loose on. Like,
Mhm.
he would go into the
Uh-huh.
booth and just like go Wario mode pretty much. And like that was always his character. I could tell he's having like the most fun with. Always does those spit takes in the dialogue. He goes like the noises and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Like that's his like he formed that character like voice. Like he did for all of them, but like Wario in particular, was like a standout. And I think anyone trying to come up in that role was always gonna be a bit weird to get used to.
Yeah. It's crazy that they just have like Kevin Afghani just doing all the old roles, like becoming
Yeah.
just his complete successor. Like that is a lot to do.
if anything,
They don't always
yeah.
do that with recasts. Like put all of that weight on just one successor. But yeah, I guess my thoughts on the voice is, I mean, it is very. It might be the most obviously different one
Yeah.
of all the voices we've heard from him. Which like yeah. I think I sense a little bit of just maybe hesitance from it. Like it's kind of stuck in sort of a like an imitation phase or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel loose enough. Like the original Wario voice was pretty like loose. Like you said, Charles Martinet would just go crazy with that.
Yeah.
It kind of seemed like second nature to him at a certain point. Like he could just embody that so easily. And yeah, here it feels a bit more. It doesn't feel as effortless. It feels a little more shackled, which is a shame. Yeah, I mean, this is like the first voice acted WarioWare game in like 6 years.
Yeah, because Get It Together kind of skipped out on it. Like it's they say short phrases in that one, but there's not full voice acting in it. Really.
Uh-huh.
Besides Penny's
Yeah.
song, which is got her hair tied up in braids.
Right, of course.
Really
Yeah.
good song.
Right.
Kind of an interesting spin-off thought here. We're probably not going to hear Waluigi's like voice for like another year, which is funny
I
to
was
think
about to
about.
mention that. I was
Because-
like, what is Waluigi gonna sound like?
Because Mario and Luigi are both in Wonder, so you get them. Wario's appearing in WarioWare, so like you're gonna get him now. Waluigi only shows up for Party and Sports, and Switch is probably almost certainly done with those.
Yeah.
Like, like we're near the end of its life cycle. I'd be shocked if they announced like Mario Baseball, the thing before the Switch ends. So we're probably not getting another Waluigi appearance until the next console. So it's gonna be a bit before we know like what Waluigi sounds like, which is funny to think about.
Yeah, I guess we just. I
Gotta
have to
wait.
wonder. You know.
Wonderful.
Oh, we're gonna have to wait even longer to know what Baby Mario and Baby Luigi sound like now.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah. Google got that. Oh, mama, me, mama.
You know who else?
What?
You know who else Charles Martinet did?
Yo, mama. What did he do?
Oatsworth?
Really?
Yeah,
Did he actually?
he did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's not going to be an issue for anyone.
I mean, yeah.
When is the next Mario and Sonic game? I guess that's true. You know what? I made this joke. I think it'd be so funny. Can you imagine if Mario and Sonic at the 2024 Olympics was a launch title for the next console? Like that's one of the big day one titles. Is a shaking the remote video game.
Uh-huh.
Oh, definitely
Yeah.
should be.
Sure.
That'd be good.
I'd be first in line.
That's,
We will be playing.
that's how we get our Waluigi voice clip debut. Is like him be like, oh yeah, I got the gold. Okay, everyone, I see. I need to stress this happens a few times, and I don't want to like be rude to anyone. Sometimes when I get information wrong and it gets typed in chat a few times, I see it. It's just for the flow of the show. I don't always stop to mention it. The chat's always gonna be.
Maybe you should.
The chat's always gonna be on the side of the screen. People will be able to see it, and I see it too. Don't worry. I promise you. I know now. Scott Burns voiced Toadsworth. Like 8 chat messages.
They just want to make sure
I know.
everybody
I know.
else knows.
I promise. I promise if there's a correction, I don't read it out loud. I promise. I process it.
Yeah.
Every time. You process
Every
it
time.
every single time.
Yeah. What do you think, Scout?
Doing this, you can't do this again.
It's my favorite joke in the show.
Well, we're not on the show.
Yeah, I'm excited. I mean, I'll be interested to see where Kevin's Wario goes because I think that's always going to be the biggest uphill battle. Mario and Luigi,
Yeah.
like I said, it's different from Charles, but like, he's got his own spin on it, which is good. Which I actually like. I think it's good. He's got his own spin on it, but Wario is so specific and has such a energy to him. It's going to be hard.
And he speaks sentences more.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
He's the Mario brother that talks the most. Be very interested to see what Waluigi's like.
Yeah.
Hear him. Of course, the babies. Hype for the babies.
Hype for babies.
You know what's funny? There might be more characters recast that we don't even know about yet. Like you could just be playing Mario Lacrosse League, and Rosaline has a new voice actor now.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
We're in that era. We only know Bowser, Peach, Toad, Toadette, and Juniors are the same. Everyone else is like been shaken up. The brothers, Daisy, Nabbit, seemingly Yoshi. We're still not actually sure about Yoshi.
Okay.
They did we do have new clips of Yoshi with different pitches. So
Yeah, there's definitely new Yoshi voice clips out in the wild. We just don't know who did it this time.
Right. Could be the same,
me.
actually, I guess.
Yeah. Who knows?
But Jim,
Maybe when you're playing Mario Kart X on your Nintendo Switch 2, Larry Koopa will have a new voice actor.
Yeah, sure.
It'll be
You know
like,
he already got recast
did?
in Mario Kart 8. Most of the Koopalings have different voices.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, Mario Kart 9, they'll have new voices. They'll also be
Again.
They'll be
Yeah.
voice actors who've also been in Fire Emblem because all the new Mario voice actors have been too.
I've been what?
They've been in Fire Emblem because they're from Nintendo's wheelhouse of voice actors. So they've all been in Fire Emblem because they've worked with them before.
Oh. Huh. Okay.
Hey, Bildroth might not voice Shy Guy anymore. Can we live in that world?
wow.
I would
oh
throw
my
up.
god.
Meow.
See, I got something for you here. This is from
Okay.
I.C in the Discord. Can Seep talk about Bandy's universe again?
No.
I honestly don't know if I can. I mean, I haven't rewatched it in when did it came out? A year ago.
It did not.
Yeah, it did.
Like a few months ago.
It was not a few months ago. Let me check. Bandy's Universe, Episode 1, 11 months ago.
And has it really been that long?
Yes.
Yeah.
Bandy's universe came out yesterday.
No, it did not. It was a little bit ago.
5 years ago.
How was Bandy's universe out before the season started?
What? Because you haven't been paying attention. Ryan, do you know how long you've been posting that You do realize that GIF of the 3D Mario, that's from Bandy's universe.
I know, but I thought that was like the trailer came out 11 months ago.
No. The trailer did come out a little bit before, but not that much before.
Oh my god.
Nathan.
Nathan,
Nathan?
where are you?
Nathan!
Well, you guys have anything to say on Bandy's universe?
No, not really. Does anyone want to hear anything?
I only
Yeah.
know the 2 gifs of this fucking thing.
Talk about the part where they like get down on like their knees and like they look at someone on the ground.
What? You don't even know what that is.
I don't.
That's Kirby.
Looking at Kirby.
Yeah.
Kirby say Pollo in it.
He has to. He must. I'm gonna find out right now.
Every Nintendo YouTuber thinks he says Pollo.
Booyah!
I mean, he does.
They get-
I guess he does.
And they get their YouTuber lady friends to say it.
Yeah.
I can do a really cute Kirby voice.
Oh, that's so wholesome.
Awesome 100.
Check out the boy with his knife.
The boy. Oh my god. The boy
Oh,
with his
check out Kirby's
knife.
reading the Bible
boy.
passage.
Ooh,
Huh?
boy, cross.
He's so soft.
Kirby's reading the Bible verses.
Does I remember? That's great. I'm glad you remember.
He goes.
So you
That's
don't
what Bandy had.
Booyah!
That's great.
Oh, god.
That's great, Carl.
Has he ever said Pollo in a game before?
He has. I
It was
think.
Mass Attack, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so any
That's
game.
like one of the only games that like heavily references the anime too.
Yeah, Escargoon is there.
Yeah. So maybe it's just a Mass Attack reference, guys. Come on.
What if imagine if people like in the same way they make Kirby say Pollo all the time, like every Mario thing online makes him say pasta power.
Pasta.
They
Yes.
got DK to say Banana Slammer.
Oh, that'd be awesome though. If DK would say banana slam all the time, it would stand up and clap.
Me too.
Uh-huh.
The crowd would cheer and the flowers be thrown.
Banana slammer. I'm surprised he didn't say that in Bandy's universe. I thought Nathaniel was like a nerd, like kind of a geek, kind of a dork like us. Like he would get that reference.
Yeah. No, he's a nerd that plays like he plays Mario. That might be it. No. He plays Sonic, I guess. Yeah.
He plays Sonic on his Nintendo 3DS.
Don't talk about that.
The commercial?
The Christmas time.
You knew exactly
Nintendo
what I was
commercial.
talking about. We've been good. Well, mostly good. Don't you think we deserve something awesome? If you buy us a Nintendo DS, we'll play Mario games because they're the best. Remember the whole thing.
That commercial was so awesome.
Miss
It
that
didn't
era.
embarrass me at all.
That was the song.
Oh
era.
my god.
Yeah, any final thoughts on Bandy's universe?
Not really. I mean, if you haven't seen
No.
Bandy's universe, I mean, we didn't even explain it. I was completely dismissive to it. If you don't know what Bandy's universe is, let me quickly explain it, just so you can retroactively understand the last 10 minutes of this show. Nathaniel Bandy, he makes like video game reviews on the computer. He made his own like nostalgia critic movie, basically, with like really, honestly impressive like commissioned animation. Like it must have been expensive for him to finance this. And it's like 5 parts, and it's all on YouTube, and you can watch it right now. And it's completely self-indulgent. It's hardly even self-aware, I feel, but that's kind of what makes it charming to me. Okay,
It's also
sorry.
I think about the fucked up dancing inklings.
Yes, can we?
Yeah.
Ryan, do you have a?
I
gift
don't
of-
even know how to find a gif of that. We're gonna look
Okay.
up Bandy's universe Inklings.
Maybe.
Try that.
Favorite orb of power? Let me think. I like the orb. That's just the one from Super Mario 63.
Look up
'Cause
Bandy
I think
found
that's just.
Elmo gif.
Oh yeah.
Did you like it? It's on screen. I like this Elmo gif.
That's pretty cool.
I guess so. That's gotta be a good. That's gotta be real nice to see like 10 times in the next month because you favorite this and you just use that as like a general reaction.
Leave me alone. Put it next to.
It's true. It's true.
All right, what's your favorite overpower? Say it.
It's the one that's just the one from Super Mario 63, because he just expects us to have played this Mario fan game from like 13 years ago.
It's like a me bit,
A me bit.
like a bit I would do. Just say like,
Oh, a
remember
you
that
bit.
thing?
I see.
Yeah, the overpower does seem like something Rosa would bring up and expect everyone to understand.
Yeah. All right. I mean, any other questions?
Want to do one
Really?
more real quick? We can do one more real quick.
Yeah, we can do one more.
Yeah, I mean-
This thing-
I'll be real. It feels good to kind of be wrapping up at this point. You know,
we did it.
weird.
Kept it concise.
we did it.
We did
Unless-
it. It's under 3 hours.
Unless we get completely derailed in the next like 40 minutes.
We kept
Don't
it.
jinx it.
We kept it concise, even with me talking about Bug's Life.
Yeah. Honestly. Go us.
Yeah.
Here's one from Bush. If any of y'all have been checking it out, what do you think of the Mario RPG remake?
I was gonna say the Mario movie.
Yeah, that one.
Have you guys seen this?
The remake. I don't know. I think it's cool. I never played the original, so now I am going to probably.
Yeah.
And I like the original Paper Mario, which was basically a successor to it. So, yeah.
I'm very excited to see like Mario that's like a gnome, because Super Mario RPG Mario is like a gnome to me. He's like a gnome creature from the forest.
Yeah, just a funny guy.
He does that normally.
I'm gonna check it out.
Like a gnome.
I'm a gnome, and you've been gnomed.
Yeah, I probably won't be getting this as soon as it comes out, budgetary reasons. But I'll pick it up eventually. I played the original before, so I'm not like supersonic speed running to get this immediately. But I like what I've seen of it. I'm gonna listen to the soundtrack to my headphones probably when it drops.
Oh yeah, same.
I might get it. I played the original. It's a really fun time. I love Super Mario RPG. It's a funny time. I glad they understood the assignment with the secret boss. If the secret boss didn't look like that, then why even bother?
When this game gets dumped early online a week before release, you'll see the big Yoshi model like everywhere online.
Yeah.
That's
He's
getting
gonna be
that's,
doing Fortnite dances on the Twitter page.
that's getting ripped immediately.
Of course,
Yeah.
people been loving that Yoshi.
I love big Yoshi.
It's a good Yoshi.
Yoshi, Peter.
Um,
Did you not like? It's like
yeah. I
Yeah.
think as someone who never played the original game, I think a lot of the translation stuff is pretty interesting, because it seems like they took a very they have preserved a lot of seemingly a lot of the text of the original. Because that game was a very, from what I know, it was a very like how early translations would be very liberal with the source material, because I think they just kind of figured no one would know what the original said anyway, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they've cut back in some ways. It seems mostly on just the nomenclature of things, which makes sense to me, because I feel like Nintendo I don't know wants. I feel like names are an important part. Character names are an important part of their brand usually.
Mhm.
So it makes sense those are the ones most subject to change. Yeah, I don't know. I just think that's an interesting thing about it.
They kept the line about the Toad talking about his bazooka. They kept Peach's question mark, and they kept Mario trying to punch a kid. So needless to say, the soul is still there.
Soul.
From what I saw, they redid the translation for one of the Kong enemies. It says to the original Japanese text for something about copyright.
Oh yeah, it was a
Yeah,
joke
yeah.
about because it looks like Donkey Kong,
Yeah.
but it's a joke about how it's It's not actually, and they like retranslated that to like fit the original joke better, like that kind of stuff. I think that's neat. It's neat to see the ways that you preserve people's original experience, but also try to be more faithful to the original.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Well, we've done a great job here today. And now, Chad, it's up to you to continue. Share this link to the video to all your friends and make them watch and subscribe.
Yay! We want more subscribers.
I need to make
Join the Iowa crew.
I need to make like a promise for like 20,000. Like 20,000. We're not even close to that.
Whoa.
When we get to like 2,000 subs, the people
Yeah.
send the channel.
That's where we're gonna release the cartoons.
The cartoons. Like
Yeah.
the cartoons.
Well,
Were
we're going a blink.
It's like, ooh, I got Bugs Bunny and Elmer Fudd and
We're
Flint's.
keeping these
Emma.
toons hostage.
Sylvester, is that you?
And he's dressed as like an E3 toad.
Look what they've done to me. Wah. Okay, real
Okay.
quick, before we end the show, I would like to thank our YouTube members. Thank you to Angler, Fluffy, Donkey Spittle, Banshee Neat, Poppin' Pog, Funky Izzy, Nito Nile, Alphnol, I.C,
Elf.
Hells, Gloomy, Much TV, Olivia, Magnamite, Kerbot DX, The Real Yo Cow, Undersea D, and Thingy Bob Inc.
All right. Should we go out with the musical number?
What do you think, Scout?
Well,
What
see,
was it?
give
Can you at
give
least
us-
fake an answer? Okay.
us the musical number.
Well, we hope you all enjoyed the show. Hope it was not anticlimactic. But there's one thing we want you to know, and we don't want to sound didactic.
Okay.
But if there's one
One
thing,
thing
we can say,
I
I
hope
hope it
it
sounds
sounds
a
a
bit
bit
cliche.
cliche.
There's no such thing as just an
an
ordinary day. And you don't have to build a roller coaster. Just find your own way to make the most of these days of summer. And dance to the beat of a different drummer. Just grab those opportunities when you see them. Because every day's a brand new day. Gotta carpe diem. Every day's a brand new day. Carpe diem.
Do the parry.